Some of my favorite memes online as someone who grew up outside of San Francisco are seeing people who dress up for San Francisco or dress what they think is going to be appropriate for California, and then they get to the Bay Area, they land at SFO and they realize it's freezing. And it's because San Francisco is very different than where I currently live, San Diego, and today I'm going to be showing you some of the outfits that I like to pack when it comes to San Francisco. I'm also going to be talking about things you need to take into account when you're there. I'm going for personal reasons, and I am going to be going to dinners. I'm going to go out to bars. I'm not dressing up for any reason, but I'm going to bring something just in case. I would love to show you my suitcase. However, I'm going to do all of that on the floor later. I could throw it on my bed, but my suitcase is never touching my bed. Neither are outside clothes. So let's get started. So let's start with tops. You want to be able to add a bunch of layers, remove a bunch of layers at all times. So you'll see me in a lot of things like bodysuits, slim t-shirts, regular t-shirts, and tank tops just as a base layer. So let's just grab a few of those. So I got a good mix of black and white because this is really just very simple, easy to throw on, easy to style. Oh my God. A lot of these are going to be Quince and Buck Mason. If you've ever bought a Buck Mason tank top, they love women because they put little hooks here on their tank tops so you can actually strap your bra on and like snap it in. So there's a little thing here so for your bra, so you aren't showing your bra. It is one of those things that makes a massive difference. I also am bringing some of their t-shirts. I'm currently wearing a Quince t-shirt. This is another one that just fell off the hanger. I like these because they're basically like, they give off that bodysuit illusion without actually being a bodysuit. They're really tight to the body and they're also not very see-through, which is important to me. Oh. And if you ever wanted basically the most well thought out t-shirt, this is very wrinkly, I'm sorry, a very well thought out t-shirt that's a little see-through, the Buck Mason ones. I love those and because I hate wearing bras, I'm also bringing one of the Uniqlo tank tops with a bra built into it. These are going to be the base layer of everything for the most part. Because on top of that, you want to throw in some sweaters. I always feel like I'm going from walking up these steep hills to sitting down at a nice dinner. Sometimes I'm wearing a sweater and once I sit down, I'm like, whoa, I am actually feeling the sweat. But you want to be layerable. So the really thin cashmere sweater is normally great if you're not doing much. But if you're on vacation, if you're visiting, highly recommend something thicker so you can layer things on top or under it. And because I don't always hang my sweaters, for the most part, I actually fold all of them. And I have, if you're interested in a closet organization, please let me know. I will give that to you. I do have this one on a hanger from a previous video, but I love this sweater, so we're just gonna bring it just in case. So this is my Petite Studio one. It's mohair. It just reminds me of like a cool hippie mom that has her life together. This is the type of cardigan I want. So I'm also gonna throw some of these boyfriend sweaters. I love these. These are from Quince. I have these in like so many different colors. Then I'm gonna throw this chunky turtleneck. I don't imagine me going to a lot of places where I would need something like this, but nice to have it just in case. And then this Saison sweater. So I like these. I like the color a lot, but I also really like the buttons. If you are ever looking at clothing and you're wondering, how can I make sure this doesn't look cheap? Getting a sweater with buttons, make sure they're not just like the plastic round ones. The fact that these are turquoise is actually what's going to make them look a little bit more expensive. Oh my God, I have so many clothes. So San Francisco is where Levi's is from, and it is a huge denim place. You are most likely gonna be too dressed up. Everyone's in jeans. It is t-shirt and jeans. Like right now, this is like the very Steve Jobs, Elizabeth Holmes thing, very San Francisco. So I'm gonna bring, these are by Still Here, they're Cowboy Jeans. They're really cool because they have these little cutouts. I'm going to bring my denim skirt. I love this. My sister and I agreed. This kind of makes me look like a cool school teacher, but I love it. And now we have two versions of wide leg. This one's a low rise. This one's a high rise. Will I be wearing all these? Most likely not. Am I gonna bring them just in case? Absolutely. Oh, of our main layer. I'm actually gonna do it by color. So now we have all of our denim. I don't recommend wearing really thick pants. San Francisco is notorious for hills. It is notorious for really, really tall hills. However, one of my favorite things to wear happens to be this combination that I wear all the time, which is a pair of wool trousers. I like these a lot. They're very good on the body. One thing that's great about wool is that it doesn't cling on to any smell, so it's really breathable. I'm gonna throw this a name being sweatshirt that I've worn like 5 million times. It's wrinkly, but I'm gonna bring it with me. It's gonna go in my knitwear. And then I like to throw a trench coat on top of that. It's kind of a cool combination that you don't really expect because you have polished and then you have unpolished. Now you have bottoms, you have sweaters, you have tank tops. So I have this cashmere tank dress I like to wear with booties. Tall enough for me to slip under so you can not see any legs so it looks elongated. This is also really easy to style. It makes you look really put together. And I'm also going to bring this mini dress. This is my most wrinkle resistant mini dress. It's by Aritzia. I bought it when I was in Canada, so it was cheaper when I was there, but it was great. The only thing I don't like is that it's backless, so I'm gonna fix that by adding outerwear. Bringing 2 pieces of outerwear. This one is a leather bomber that I wear on a very regular basis. I like it because it just makes the outfit look a little cool, look a little bit more relaxed. And it's just really easy and simple to throw on. I also like it because it's vegan leather. And then I am throwing on this very simple blazer. I can't find my favorite trench coat. That's a problem. Where'd it go? Ugh. I'm having a slight meltdown over a jacket. I'm not gonna be okay until I find it. So I can't find my favorite trench coat, so I'm gonna bring a giant oversized jacket. Look, in San Francisco, you really can't play it too safe. If it gets really cold, it's easy to just throw this on, to layer on, to keep you warm. And those are the main clothes I am bringing to San Francisco, excluding pajamas and workout gear, because you don't need to see that. Let's talk about accessories and shoes. So there are 2 bags I'm gonna bring with me. That is this giant tote. This will carry everything, and I like to have it close to my body because it is a guaranteed way to make sure your stuff is safe and you can carry a lot in there. Will your back hurt? Maybe, but is much better than finding out all of your stuff is stolen and then your day is ruined. And the other bag I'm going to bring is this tote. I will leave this nowhere because this is a designer bag. This is staying in my hand the entire time. I'm not kidding. Mexico is a truly a beautiful city with that one problem, but it's honestly probably, I think it's my favorite place to be. Like, that sounds so lame as I grew up there, but I love it there, and my family and my community are there, so I'd move back in a heartbeat. But that's something you need to be aware of. Keep your stuff safe with you. The other mistake that people make when they visit San Francisco, they wear the wrong shoes. Oh, Kona's so perfect. Bless you. Okay, so we have 2 pairs of shoes in my hands. We have some chunky sneakers. I'm telling you right now, bring these. If you have chunky sneakers, if you have comfortable sneakers, these are gonna be your best friend. There's so much walking in the Bay Area. You don't wanna risk any knee injury. And then you have these. These are my mom's boots from the 90s. I don't know why they don't make them like this anymore, but these are slightly elongated square toe boots that just add a little bit of heel. And this is going to be for when I'm gonna be a little bit more high end, when I'm maybe a little bit more dressed up, but I'm going to be sitting a little bit more. This is what I'm wearing. I've gotten these resold so many times in my life because I am a firm believer in taking care of your stuff. These cowboy boots are really comfortable. They're Riva Via. I like to wear them because they're tall and they're also water resistant. I don't know if you can see it, but there are slight details. And these are my go-to boots for when I need tall boots that are gonna be really comfortable. And then I'm going to bring some Ballet Sneakers. These are from a collaboration I did with Vivaya. I love this brand, but I like these because they're really easy to pack, they're flexible, and they have a little bit of cushion so you don't really feel it. But I like these a lot because they're interesting, so they add a little bit of personality to an outfit, and I can wear this with any of these and feel very confident. This is also to add a lot of versatility to what I'm wearing. This is truly a San Francisco capsule. So if I decided to leave San Francisco and go to Napa to go wine tasting, I could just wear this mini dress with my tall boots. If I decided that I wanted to get drinks with my girlfriends, this is what I would wear. I think it's my mom or my Aunt Jay's. This is a very regular repeat, but all of these are basically gonna take me from wine tasting in Napa to going to a museum in the city, to go walking around Golden Gate Park, to go visiting my family in the East Bay, to go visit my family in the South Bay. They are occasion appropriate. If I had to go somewhere where I had to dress nice and professional. I have slacks, I have dresses, I have blazers. Because San Francisco is a very casual place, I am not bringing the nines. I am not wearing very like designer stuff. I am not trying to showboat my wardrobe. What I'm trying to do is have a very functional, very comfortable, but very easy to style wardrobe where I can mix and match a lot of pieces. I hope you guys have a fantastic time in San Francisco. San Francisco is fantastic to visit. Just make sure to not leave anything in your car.